So today we're going to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We're now on episode 23.5. The reason why I'm doing this and not just doing World War I already is because I feel like I need to make like an intermediate stage episode. And also I'm renaming this war because it's stupid. War of the Crafts doesn't even make sense. I don't know why I came up with that. So yeah, I'm going to be renaming this war to the War of Liberation. And in the War of Liberation, you'll see why it's called that. You could also call it the War of the Liberated. War of Liberation or War of the Liberated both work. Now, the first thing I'm going to do today is power rankings, and they'll work like Ada's Pros ranking, where there's a military ranking, an economy ranking, and a stability ranking. So yeah, let's get started. So right now, number 1 for military rankings, I'd say I would go to Russia. Russia is the strongest military power at this point. They overall have a pretty good military, plenty of reserves, and likely won't ever need to resort to conscription if needed. I mean, they will resort to conscription if they're in a dire situation, but yeah, Russia is overall the strongest power. The reason why they're better than Azerbaijan is because Azerbaijan kind of split in two, and we're counting these guys separate because they're in separate alliances and are kind of developing away from each other, which just leaves Russia in number 1, which I'd say makes sense. At number 2, it's a bit difficult, this one, but I think I'm going to give it to the Turkic Union. Remember, these are under the military, not the overall power rankings, as I'll do those at the end. I'm just doing these separate so you can see the stats separately. I've decided I'm not going to explain these anymore. Yeah, okay, now number 3. This one is also a bit difficult, but I think I'm going to give it to China. Now, number 4, I think it's gonna be the French Union for military. Number 5, let me think about this for a bit. I think I'm going to give it to South Azerbaijan for this one. Number 6, I'd say is Arabia. Number 7, I'd say it's probably Andalusia. Now, number 8, I'd say would be India, followed closely by Bangladesh. Alright, number 10, and I think I'm gonna give it to... yeah, I'm going to give it to Scotland. Now, number 11, I think it's going to be Korea. Now, number 12, let me think about this for a bit. I think 12 is going to be, surprisingly, Tripolitania. And I apparently can't spell Tripolitania. There, I finally managed to spell it. Now, number 13, I think it's going to be Croatia, followed shortly by Wales. And lastly, number 15, I think it's going to be I'm gonna give it to South China. Okay, these are the military rankings. Now it's time for the economic rankings. Now, number 1, despite being overall being pretty nerfed, I think South Azerbaijan is going to still hold out in the number 1 economic ranking. And I think next up, I'd say would be China. China is very economically prosperous. Number 3, I think, would be the Turkic Union. Number 4, alright, or would be Andalusia. Number 5 is going to be Russia. Number 6 is India. Number 7 is the French Union. Number 8 is, I think it's gonna be Bangladesh. Now, number 9 is Ireland. Sorry if you can see me putting things in. You get. Now, number 10, I think I'm gonna give it to North Azerbaijan, if I can spell it right. Number 11, and I think would be Croatia. Number 12, I'm gonna give it to Scotland. Number 13, not 12. God me, why can't I even spell numbers if that's even a thing? The 13. Number 14. These are the rankings I decided, by the way. Now, time for the stability rankings. Now, number 1 on stability, I'd say is the Turkic Union. Number 2, I think it's gonna be Andalusia. Number 3, surprisingly, is Tripolitania. They have incredible stability. It's marvelous. Actually, a bunch of countries admire them for how great their stability is. Now, number 4 is South Azerbaijan. Number 5 is India, followed shortly by Bangladesh. These go hand in hand, don't they? Now, number 7 is Ireland, surprisingly. Well, actually not surprisingly to me, but maybe to you guys it is. Now, number 8 in stability is China. Number 9 is I think it's gonna be Wales. So yeah, Wales. Now, number 10, let me think about this for a bit. Number 10 is Kenya, surprisingly. Now, number 11 is North Azerbaijan, because Azerbaijan is before it's split in two, as a pretty stable nation. And now number 12, I think it's gonna be Russia. Number 13 is the French Union. Now, Number 14 is Norway. And then number 15, lastly, is Korea. Okay, those are all the rankings for everything. So, here it is. Take it in for the specific rankings, because as now I'm going to do the overall rankings. Now, number 1, the overall strongest nation in the world right now is, drumroll please. That's probably a horrible drumroll, but it's the Turkic Union, followed shortly by none other than China, or Purple China, or North China, whatever you like to call. Number 3, I would say, is Andalusia. Number 4, I would say it's probably, let's say, only South Azerbaijan. Now, number 5 is probably the French Union. Now, just because they're low on stability, it doesn't mean that that'll knock over their score that much. This system is kind of like, if you have 2 very goods, it's gonna outweigh the bad. And number 6 is India. Number 7 is Bangladesh, if I can spell it. Number 8 is Ireland. Number 9 is Wales. Number 10 is, I think I did something, but whatever. Number 10, I'd say, is Scotland. And I just realized that I'm missing out on a country, so sorry about that, everyone. Okay, I bumped everybody under Russia down because I missed Russia. Russia is number 5. Sorry if all you Russia fans out there got a heart attack. Don't worry, I'm a doctor. Not really. Anyway, I would say number 12 is probably... Okay, number 12 is Korea. Number 13 is South China. A few Asian nations making it here. Number 14 is Croatia. And number 15 is probably a wild card. But North Azerbaijan barely, and I mean barely, makes it onto this list. So yeah, these are the overall ranks, counting in military, economy, and stability. So remember this, because it's probably never going to be talked about again until after World War I. So yeah, say goodbye to that. And now, before this video ends, I'm going to show you something I've been working on. You might have seen it. If you saw my community post, then you know what I've been working on. The thing that I have been working on is a religion map. So you'll get to see the religions and ethnicities of all of the countries in my wiki. So I should have made this a long time ago, but I procrastinated and I forgot about it. But I finally did it. And it'll be fully filled in once Africa gets filled in. And Antarctica. And Hawaii. But yeah, this is the religion map. You might notice some weird things that might get taken into account. But yeah, this is the religion map. Soak it in, because you probably won't be able to see it fully for a while. But yeah, religion map and ethnicity map. It's also an ethnicity map. I was originally going to do 2 layers, a religion map and an ethnicity map. I just ended up combining the 2 because I realized that they would be way too similar. And yeah, religion and ethnicity map. Cool. I might explain some things after World War One. Like, for example, what the heck is going on in Oceania. But, yeah, that's it for the religion map. And so yeah, that'll do for today's episode. Stay tuned. World War One, the War of the Liberated or the War of Liberation. Stay tuned. Probably coming this week, and if it's not coming this week, it's coming in out on the next one. It'll probably be a 2-parter, maybe even a 3-part, because I plan to drag out that thing in detail for a while, and you people do not have the attention spans to watch a 2-hour, a 3-hour mini movie or something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be split into 2 or 3 parts, depending on how long it is. It's gonna be 2 or 3 parts, but yeah, that's gonna be for today's, I guess, mini episode of sorts. So yeah, bye.